Welcome back to What Are Tea Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 FH ATV2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it's a Leppy, a Leaf Blower, or a Lehepa, or if you happen to be Jingles, yes, he can't pronounce it. This one is located on the south spawn of Muravanka under the command of Mr. B. Well, I think you can see his name is in the list, but we can't actually mention it because if we did, well, YouTube might decide to demonetize it, and therefore we are actually not mentioning his name, and he doesn't mind that, so long as we actually acknowledge that it is him, and I think he's happy with that. Anyway, this is the first of two videos featuring the Fifi on the Muravanka map, and they're both good videos, so let's see how the players actually managed to get on. You can see that Mr. B has decided he's going to go over to this corner and shoot from here. Okay. We're off and running. Mitsu 108. I keep calling that thing a Mitsui. I think there is a Mitsui, isn't there? It's a Japanese thing. Beautiful shot. Right on the money. 154. Working his way up. Rounds out. Another hit. Oh my God, he set fire to him. We can't see him, but we know he set fire to because he got a direct hit. Okay, KB1SA moving quickly. He suddenly stopped to take a shot. That shell is more than likely going to miss, yep. But he's got to lead the target just a little to work out where he's going to be next. That's better. It was almost on the tracks. As we can see that Electo disappearing. Oh, that's on the engine deck, I think. Or at least on the side at the rear of the vehicle. That's definitely the engine deck. 152. He's slowly collecting the damage. Rounds out in the hit. Electo. Oh, he's gone. No armor on Electo, so it made a perfect target. And he's wiped out of the battle. That's the first kill for Mr. B. Okay, puts a round into the Panzer III Ausführung J. Lines up another one. Precision firing. 74 hit points. Can we get another one? He's dialed in. And another hit. 137. Panzer III is going to go out the game if he gets another hit. It was close. It actually damaged the tracks with the splash. This one should kill. And it does! Second kill for Mr. B. And look, the team are streaming through on that side of the map. Now, there's only one enemy tank that's actually managed to get through on this side of the map, and it's the Cruiser 4. Now, funnily enough, Rommel actually had one of those. Yes, he captured it from the British as a Butte Panzer, or prize Panzer, and he actually put it into use as his own personal guard for when he was moving around the battlefields. Yep, he actually had a whole bunch of enemy tanks which he actually used for protection. The Cruiser 4 was taken by him because it was a relatively quick tank. Okay, Panzer IV F2 or F2. Okay, need to dial that one in. He's going for it. Okay, lead the target just a little. He backed into that corner. He's trying to get away from our guys now, but we fire one in. Oh, no, he thought he was going to go around the corner, but this one should be much more accurate. Guy's moving about very well to avoid fire. Rounds up. Not anymore. Good kill by Mr. B. That's his third. Cruiser 4. Just missed that one. The team are doing very well. They've basically almost captured the cap area for the enemy cap already. Trying to get a shot on that AMX 40. He's going for the T28 instead. Thinner armor, so he should be able to get more damage. Yes, he got the kill actually instead. 282 hit points. Going for the Cruiser 4 again. There's only 3 enemies left. Now, I should have mentioned right at the start of the game, this was a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it. And, oh my gum, he's carving through the enemy tanks. That Cruiser 4 is trying to make a runaway. trying to get away. He's moving quite quickly. I think that's one of the things that attracted Rommel to the Cruiser Mark IV. It was a fast tank. I think, if I remember correctly, it uses a Christie suspension system, which of course the Germans were well aware of. Oh, the Wolverine is now blocking our shot. Rounds out. And that is the end of the game, and I believe we're about to cap out as well. Well, unfortunately, they didn't get to cap out because even during the grace period, when they killed the last enemy tank, it actually took at least one more second before they would actually cap out and it would be complete. So, in fact, the team won by killing all the enemy tanks, not by capping. So it was the second class tanker for Mr. B of the B Booser clan. He actually managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He also managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 19. And he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. At least 20% of the enemy hit pool. And a win rate of 6,610, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, definitely look at that. As he says, RT is probably the best team player, and we are, because we help all members of the team regardless, and we actually put the punishment on the enemy as much as we can, spread the RT love around. 2,205 hit points of damage in that game by Mr. B. The second highest damage was the Panzer T25, the German conversion of the Skoda T25, actually, for that matter, but the single shot version. He got 1,309 hit points of damage. Nobody else managed to get over 1,000 hit points except, well, the KV1 managed 866, and he got a steel wall in that game. The Panzer III Ausführung J on our team got an Oskins medal as well, and that's for killing 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers, at least a tier higher than his own. At least I think it's that one, if I remember correctly. 3 enemy tank or tank destroyers, not 2. Yes, he did very well in that game. Anyway, going back to the details, we can see the highest number of kills was Mr. B. 4 kills to him. 3 kills to the Panzer III Ausführung J, and 2 kills to the Panzer T25 and the M8A1. Only 3 members of the enemy team actually managed to get kills in that game, and they only got 1 each. When it came to base XP, actually it's the Panzer T25 who came out better than this one, 1,125, whereas the Mr. B managed 926, and in third place we've got that KB1 with 729. So I wonder what it was that the Panzer T25 did that actually earned him more XP. It could be that he was hitting more tier 5 opponents than Mr. B was, because Mr. B was aiming at tier 4 and tier 5, and the Panzer T25 probably just aimed at more T5s and got 10% extra. I'm not sure if he does actually get 10%. I think he is a tier 5 himself, so I don't think he gets any extra. I think he focused on more tier 5 tanks than tier 4. Mr. B fired 29 rounds, so almost 60% of his ammo, 11 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 14 splash. Now, can we guess which ones he penetrated? I'd say that T28, yes. 282 hit points with 1 penetration. The Electo wasn't. He actually splashed him to get the kill, because he, of course, doesn't have much armor, so the shell would have just done maximum amount. Panzer III? No. The Panzer F2? Oh, it was the other one. So it was actually the T28 and the Panzer IV F2. So those were the 2 that he actually penetrated in the game. He got 2,205 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, and he earned a profit of 87,956 credits. That's despite the fact that he had to pay full price for consumables. And on top of that, he got 3,334 experience points out of the game as well. He did get a mission completion bonus actually of 65,000 credits, which is not bad, actually. It's a very good total. But yeah, that was a very interesting game on the Muravanka map, and a high caliber. Let's have a look at the second replay and see if the next player can be as good as Mr. B. The second replay is still on the Muravank map, but this time round we're on an encounter game, and the name of the commander is now Galadin of the CWB clan. Well, it's the same spawn, and it looks like he's moving to the same direction as well. There's a reason why Artie tends to move over to that corner, and that's mainly because enemy tanks tend to break through on the Magic Forest if they're headed south. And if they do, then the Artie doesn't really want to be on the southwest corner, southeast corner of the map, because if they are, they're likely to get killed fairly quickly. So it makes sense for the Artie player to actually make his way over to the southeast corner and approach the battle from that direction, and then change position if they need to later on. Okay, this is a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks, just like the last one. Rounds out. Oh, he looked away after he fired at the Leopard, but I can see why he's doing it. He's trying to get a dial in on that Chiha. And he does get a hit for 139. Now, of course, I've said to other players, please don't look away. If you fire a shell at somebody, we want to see the effect. And yep, he got it. He got that Chihi. That's his first kill of the game. Now, there's a reason why we watch to see what happens to the shell. It's not just that we want to see the enemy kill, but we want to see where you hit the enemy tank. We want to see if you get a blind hit. We want to know if the enemy tank needs to be attacked again. These are all factors which are important to learn. And that KV-1 is almost at death's door now. Only 121 hit points from the last shot, but the 8 hit points he's got left could be the last. Well, that one hit the ridgeline, and I think the KV-1's about to die, but the enemy Artie is actually getting very accurate. This shell misses. He needs to get one shot on target. Aim for the turret. That's it. Rounds out. Misses it again. Aim a little further beyond. He's lost sight of the KV-1 now, so he can't be certain that he is actually aiming at it. But there's the T-28E with the F-30 gun, and he can definitely hit that guy. And there's the KV-1 again, and he's gone. That's good. Now he can reacquire on the KV-1 SA. He could go for the T-28. He's decided to go for it. Enemy Artie is on the west side of the map. We know that. One of the shells came in from that direction. The T-28E with the F-30, the 85mm gun, has decided to fall back because he's gone to the other side of the house. Because if he doesn't, he's likely to get taken out. We now know the other enemy Artie is in the dip with the bushes. That little fold in the ground next to the cap area. But in the meantime, Galadin's really hammering this KV-1 SA and forcing him to go back. Well, he's gone. The enemy also lost that T-28E with the F-30, but look at this M5. He's managed to break through and find us. Obviously, he realized that Artie was having a big effect and wiped him out with a shotgun. Very aggressive, very good. Incredibly well played. There's another enemy Stuart on the way in, and a Leopard this time. Okay, so he's trying to get shots on them. I'm not sure he managed to acquire that one, but the Leopard is up on top of that ridgeline, and he's looking for us. Whoa, that was the Leopard going up in smoke. He just got detonated. Okay, we're going for the T-67. Lines up the shot. That's it. Rounds out. Looks good. It is good. 126. Now repeat that again and get the kill shot. Rounds out. Note the guy's moved. Or did the shell go off target? I think it may have gone off target, but the T-67 is killed by the BDR. And now the M5 Stuart's decided to abandon thoughts of getting the Artie, and he's now getting harassed by our guys in the cap area. We're up 2 on the enemy. They've only got 4 tanks left. Both enemy RT are still in play. We know one enemy RT is on the west side, the other in the dip, and they are focusing on the cap areas. So it looks to me like Galadin's going to try and move up on the west side of the map, see if he can get closer to that enemy RT and get a quicker shot on target. There's still enough enemy tanks out there to win the game, so we can't be complacent. We have to get results. Okay, they're now indicating they think that the enemy RT is in A1. I think he's a little closer than that. I think he may be in B1 or even C1. There's the T40. Okay, he needs to get the T40. He fired snap. Doesn't help snap, because if you fire a snapshot, the chances are it's going to miss. But he's going to fire again. This time dialed in. Misses the target. Our guys are actually going for the cap, not for the enemy. There is one enemy tank that we do know about, the Stugdrei Ausrung B, was seen on the other side of the map. Now he's on the way in. He's trying to get a reset. Dialing in. This looks good. Rounds out. Close. 159. Do it again. Line up the shot. Perfect. Stopped. Get it right? Yes. Oh, that was so close. It went right over the top. And he tries to ram the Marder Acton, but he gets murdered by the shell instead. He's out the game. There's the Panzerseps I said he was closer. He was in B1, not in A1. But we now know where he was seen. There's only 2 left on our team. There's 3 on the enemy team. They've got that T40, Panzerseps and a Fifi. So it's really up against us to win this. Galadin's going to have to pull out all of his skill to take on the enemy. The VK3001H has decided to pull back from the cap area. He's letting the enemy make the move towards the cap, or make their move to try and find out where we are. They don't know where we are. In fact, Galadin's just said, need the T40 dead. Exactly. He's the one with the most power. He could actually do the most damage to us and to the VK. The Panzerseps 4B is a powerful RT. It's got a 105mm gun, the same as the Fifi. In fact, it's identical gun. And there's one of the enemy now. The T40's over in this corner. Can we get a shot? He fired snap. Didn't work. And now, unfortunately, we've lost the VK. Can we get a shot on this guy? Line it up. No, wasn't fully. He didn't give enough lead. Just trying to get the target. He thinks that the enemy RT is elsewhere. I think surely he must realise the shells are coming in from the west. Oh, he got him! He wiped him out! And he wasn't spotted. That means now it's all up to the RT to get to the cap. Now, as I was mentioning, the Panzerseps 4B, or Heischreck as it's known, actually does have the exact same RT, but it's not a premium RT. That means that it has the true reload time for that particular RT. Obviously, Wargaming increased the DPM on the Fifi because it was a premium vehicle. They wanted to sell it, so one of the unusual characteristics that it has is a much faster fire rate, much better DPM. It still can do the same damage though. And someone is capping. And we can see who it is. It is the Heischreck. Now, the hull of that vehicle is in fact a Panzer... Well, it's a cross between a Panzer III and a Panzer IV. It actually has 8 road wheels on either side. 4 sets of 2. But it actually has the running gear from a Panzer III. That is the Panzer III. Okay, he's going to have to get closer, and to do that he's going to have to move up to these houses so he can get a straight shot at the Fifi. The houses will protect him from the other RT, but they won't protect him from the Fifi once he's been spotted, or from the Heischreck rather. Okay, might actually get some capture points here, or some defender points. This is good. There he is. Okay, now he could have pulled back there. There's the Fifi. The Fifi's coming in. He fires, misses. He's been spotted. He's got 2 RT firing at him. He hitting the tracks. Now go for it. Yes, 1-shot kill. And now he can kill the Panzer Selbstfahrerfähre 4B. Go for it. Remember, this guy's got a 105mm. It's a standoff. Well, he missed him with the first shot. But the Panzer didn't like that. He's moving. In fact, he's running away, and he can't run away from us. He's as slow as us. And that's the end of the game. Fantastic game by Galaden. That was an absolutely brilliant game there by Galaden to finish that one. He got an ace tanker out of that one, as well as a counter battery fire medal. Took out both enemy arties, and he was spotted by both of them at the same time because he fired directly at or over the Panzer Selbstfahrerfähre at the Fifi. I didn't realize the Fifi would come in from that angle, but he did. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 19. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And on top of all that, he got the Top Gun when he killed the last one, the Heischreck, the Panzer Selbstfahrerfähre 4B, by shooting him in the ass, basically, as he tried to run away. The win rate in that game, 12,229. That is Super Unicum and a lot more. And in fact, actually, everyone in his team owes him a debt of gratitude because that was a really sterling performance at the end of the game. You can see he did so well. You have to scroll the screen to actually see how well he did. It's just a pity he didn't get a defender medal, actually, as well out of that one. But yes, it was a great result. If we look at the team score, we can see he got the highest damage in the game with 2,405 hit points. The next highest scorer being the Fifi on the enemy team with 1,275, followed by the Stug 3 Ausführung B on the enemy team with 1,142. When it came to kills, you can see here 6 kills for Galaden, 4 kills for the Fifi on the enemy team, and 4 kills for their T40, and that was a lovely shot, that one. He did at long range. Again, getting the guy as he was moving, he gave the right amount of lead, it took the target out. And in third place, we can say that BDR G1B got 3 kills in that one, so at least he got something out of it. And when it came to base XP, he's the only player to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,176 base experience points. The next highest player was the BDR G1B with 752, and the third highest was the VK3001H, who sadly did get wiped out by the T40 in the end. So yeah, I did say that T40 are dangerous. They are dangerous. They can be. It's only basically an M3 hull, but it's got a very big gun on top of it, which can be pretty effective in the right circumstances. But yes, he's got the top in every column here, Galaden, with the top damage, the top kills, and on top of that, the top base XP. Well done. Let's have a look at detail. 34 shots fired. He didn't even get through all of his ammo. 15 direct hits on the enemy, 6 penetration shots, 10 splash, damage of 2,405 hit points, of which 1,661 were at more than 300 meters. So he did get quite a lot of damage at close range. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash. Yes, he did get hit in the tracks by the enemy. I think it was the Fifi who actually hit him in the tracks, but while he was on the move as well. But it wasn't enough to damage him or stop him from fighting. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. I think that may have been the Fifi because the Heischreck was already spotted earlier in the game. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, so he was on the road to getting a Pools medal, but he stopped off at the Top Gun. He got 3 capture points and he got 50 defender points, so missed out on getting a defender medal as well. But what a result. 49,663 credits profit from the game, 25 bonds for getting a mission achievement, and 2,470 experience points. So I did say that, would he actually get a better result than the other guy? Well, yes, he did. But that's not to decry the fact that Mr. B put in an excellent performance. And yes, he did prove that Artie is probably the best team player in the game. And he definitely did that with that result, because it was such a large amount of damage and a large number of kills. But even Mr. B would be impressed by what Galadan did in that game. And this one took place yesterday, and Galadan's game was also yesterday as well. So, or at least from the day that I'm actually making this one and putting it onto the system. So it'll actually be published on the 6th. But I think if you look at both of those games from the same spawn on Muravanka, absolutely fantastic performances, which prove to the rest of the team Artie is very valuable. Yes, it can be nasty being hit by Artie. I always say that if I do get hit by Artie, if I'm in a tank or if I'm in another Artie for that matter, and they actually manage to get a hit on me, well, yeah, I accept it. It was my fault that I got spotted or that I didn't take the right precautions to ensure that they couldn't hit me. But I don't worry about Artie, or I don't get angry with Artie. I actually look to try and support my teammates so I can become an effective support to them winning the game. And I don't think you can doubt that Mr. B and Galadan helped their teams to win this one. In fact, I think both of them managed to do it almost single-handedly. If you enjoyed that replay and the previous one, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.